safely navigate dating apps. When taking into consideration the current day and age we live in, it would be unrealistic and naive to skip the topic of dating sites. Some people still feel embarrassed to admit they met online, but it's not a stigma anymore to use dating apps. We live in an age where online dating is the norm. Social media and online dating can have huge benefits, significantly increase your exposure to new people, and boost your dating life. Who knows? The next person you swipe right on could be one of your potential matches and could lead to you finding love. Statistics say that nowadays roughly 40% of couples actually meet online. That's the reality of the world we live in today. In general, dating apps are all great and good. However, you have to navigate them with a certain degree of caution. I'll enumerate below some of the pitfalls you might encounter, such that you spare some time and keep yourself safe. My first recommendation to you. I know it might sound old-fashioned, but trust me on this one. Always meet in public places on the first date. You should always be cautious and mindful about your safety. You don't know personally your potential date, so whatever is possible. He could turn in a matter of seconds from a very nice guy to a serial killer, a rapist, or anything else. Always meet in a public place and continue the whole first date in a public place. Second item on the list that you should keep in mind is to prepare yourself mentally for the fact that some profiles will be fake. Sometimes you'll go on a date, only to notice the guy you meet looks nothing like what you saw on your app. Either he used some photos from 20 years ago, or he took the pics of another handsome guy. Other times you'll notice he is way shorter than you expected. I mean, what are these guys thinking? Eventually you will meet them, and you will inevitably see how ugly, short, or old they really are. In order to spare some time and effort, what I suggest is to propose your potential date to do a short video call ahead of meeting. Do not settle for a simple phone call. It has to be a video chat where you can actually see him on camera. You can exchange Telegram, which allows you to hide your number. Ask in advance questions like, what is your age, height, job, whatever is important to you. You need to have a rough idea at least. You'll surely not be so happy to arrive at a date with some guy who turns out to be way shorter than you are. Or maybe some guy the age of your father. Next, let's say all went good on the video call and you really like the guy. Nevertheless, I urge you to try to avoid skipping phases. Once you get your matches and start chatting, some of the guys you may feel so familiar with that you will feel inclined to skip many of the dating phases. Behind the screen, everyone is more courageous. Everyone can say almost anything. Feeling so cozy and familiar, you may be tempted to allow the guy to lure you into sexting. Now, once sexting is on the table, it's only natural to get intimate very fast, and guess what? That sweet guy might disappear soon after. Exactly for this reason, I would like to draw your attention on the dangers of daydreaming. Pay attention to that. As innocent and harmless as it may seem, it can do a lot of damage. We women, or at least many of us, tend to dream of fairy tales, of things that have never been, and will never be, when a handsome man we like shows up. We dream of Hollywood movies, where the Prince Charming shows up on a white horse. And even though he pops in a room full of women, guess what? He sees only you. Damn. So beautiful. So amazing. The only problem is that in reality, most of men see a lot of women. They feel temptation, and if they have you quick, they jump straight to the next one. Okay. Now we have arrived to the last category of men I want to talk about, the married ones. One aspect you might want to consider when using dating apps is that some guys will write in their online profile up front that they are married. Others may be married or in a relationship, and they will not let you know. Avoid profiles where the guy seems to want to chat forever without a real meeting. In my experience, this is a bad sign and a huge waste of time. You should exchange some basic info, but other than that, the transfer to reality should happen pretty quickly. Chatting for longer than 2 weeks is fishy. It tells a lot. Either he might be in a relationship, and is blocked by circumstances, or he has too many women on his pipeline. Staying virtual a long time is never a good sign. Here, we reach the end of this video. I gave you only a couple of categories of men that I have come across during my online dating adventure. I am sure there are other cases and scenarios, not mentioned here, but these are the ones I have experienced. And I know they will be helpful for you to keep in mind. I wish you good luck, enjoy dating, and always keep safe.